Hey guys, what's going on? It's Sam here from Gemini Martial Arts Team, and today we're going to be going over the most useless technique in the whole of Taekwondo. Booyah!
Get back in your workshop, Ben.
Okay guys, so there's been much debate about the most useless technique you're going to get in Taekwondo, and I'm not just talking WT Taekwondo, I'm not just talking ITF Taekwondo, ATA, Junri Taekwondo, I'm talking generally Taekwondo across the board. Many people say it's a spinning hook kick, many people say it's any head height kick, many people say it's the axe kick. Guys, the most useless technique in the whole of Taekwondo is actually going to be the twin upset punch. Yes, that lovely technique which you hear loads about, you see in movies, you see in games like Tekken and Street Fighter, but you never ever do in sparring. Right, what is the twin upset punch? Let's see it from the side. From Junbi position, twin upset punch is lovely. From the front, from a Junbi position. Okay, so some of you might be morbidly curious and asking, hey, that technique actually looks quite fun, useless but fun, so I want to give a play around with it. So how do I actually do a twin upset punch? We'll take it from Junbi just because it's nice and easy. So from here, what you'll do, we're going to come forward on our left leg into a front stance, and as we do that, our hands will come up in a big circle up to here, our hips. And as we come forward, our fists are coming out in a straight line, and at the last moment, we're going to turn upwards and aiming to strike with our 2-4 knuckles on both hands. And we're aiming ideally for the diaphragm or a little bit lower, just beneath the navel. I've covered this in Kyokushin videos which I've done. Striking just beneath the navel is quite effective because it's a very hard area to condition. So if you strike that area, it's going to be very sensitive. Striking the diaphragm, that's going to push the air up, and that's what's going to actually wind your opponent. So that will be an ideal target area as well. So from the front, if we're seeing it from Junbi position, we're going forwards into our front stance, hands come in a nice big circle, up to our hips, and as we come into our front stance, our fists are coming forward at the same time, parallel with each other, and at the last moment we turn and strike. In an ideal world, you should twist and strike just at the moment your front stance lands. Fast mode, it is an uppercut of sorts. You get a single upset punch, so again from Junbi, like that. And you actually see this technique in forms such as Taeguk Paojang from WT Taekwondo. You've done this technique, you grab your opponent's collar, you slowly draw them in onto your single upset punch. A single upset punch does have a purpose. As you can see, it is an uppercut of sorts. But the single upset punch is actually quite a decent technique in itself, or a functional technique, should I say, because you're actually twisting your hips into it. Much like a reverse punch, much like a single knife and strike, much like hook. All those singular techniques, you twist your hips. And because you're twisting your hips, you're getting power. But with a twin upset punch, you're not getting power because it's a forward-going technique. So from here, in your Junbi, if you actually watch the hips, there was no twist. It was literally just a move forward into the technique. So because there's no twist, it's going to not have much power at all. And because it's actually a lunging technique, as in a lunging technique is a technique that you're performing as you're moving forward. So this would be a lunging punch, because my attacking arm is the same leg which is coming forwards. Same with a twin upset punch. Both arms are coming forward. With no twist, minimal power. So you're naturally not going to get much power into this technique. Confusingly as well, to add even more confusion to this, you see some people do twin upset punches with their hands right out to the sides. Now, they would defend this technique by saying, you've got one opponent here, you've got another opponent standing there, so you're punching both of them at the same time. that's going to have even less power because you're not actually concentrating the technique into one area. You're spreading it out. And when you spread out the striking areas of your techniques, it actually reduces the power. If I was to say do a double knife hand strike this way, to an opponent's neck up here, to an opponent's neck up here, it's going to have much less force because I'm having to distribute and spread my power equally in two different directions. Same with this type of upset punch. You do see actually an upset punch as well, or a twin upset punch in Taekwondo from WT Taekwondo. So from that technique, you break a collar grab, grab hold of your opponent's shoulders, knee strike, twin upset punch. When I taught Taekwondo, originally that twin upset punch came here, as though you're striking one person in front of you. As Pumsi then changed over the years, I've explained a few people in comments before that I've been part of the national team for Britain, and we change Pumsi more often than you're going to change a tyre in a car. They then changed it from here to out here. One, that put you off balance as you tried to perform, and two, you actually felt no power at all. So those are the theories behind the twin upset punch. You're either punching somebody who's straight in front of you, you're coming forwards, punching here, or you've got an opponent here, you've got an opponent there, and you're punching out to the sides. However, every instructor that you ask, what's the purpose of the upset punch, what function does it serve, they'll give you a different answer. Because 90% of people who do Taekwondo don't even know the purpose of an upset punch. Therein lies another problem with the twin upset punch. If you're sparring with your guard up, and suddenly you want to do your twin upset punch, God knows why, but let's assume you do, and you bring your arms all the way around, look, face is now completely exposed because you've got rid of your guard. Your whole body is square on, completely exposed to your opponent with no guard. To bring your hands here to strike. And even once you've struck, there's no spare reverse hand, which is going to be up being in a guard. If you were to do an uppercut, you've got your guard up here. Do a jab, your guard's up here. Do a hook, your guard's up here. Twin upset punch, you don't have that luxury. You're actually taking away your defense and leaving your face, leaving your front exposed. Even your leg. If you're doing something like knockdown or full contact or kyokushin, that thigh is nice out there. Somebody's just going to come along, hello, bam, and strike into the thigh. So guys, that now settles our debate. What is the most useless technique in the whole of Taekwondo? You can now safely say, with confidence, with reason, it's the twin upset punch. If you want to play around with it for some god-forsaken reason, feel free to give it a go. Right guys, so that was our video about the most useless technique that you're going to find in all the Taekwondo styles. WT Taekwondo, ITF, ATA, Junri, GTF. This technique we've just been covering is the most useless you're ever going to find. I dare you to try and sparring. If it pulls off, then get a video of it and send it to me, and I will take all my words back. But until I see that, this is the most useless technique you're ever going to find. Let's be honest, you know I'm right. Okay guys, go and enjoy this beautiful sun, wherever you are in the world. Hope it's sunny, hope this is beautiful weather for you too. It is absolutely gorgeous here in Sussex in England. And until next time guys, stay safe, train hard, keep listening to Haste because they're the best band around, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Booyah!
I know at the end of the day, you'll always come back.